Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, so I hope that you're all ready for your class. You've done your wuzu, your head is covered, you are in a quiet room, and you have your pen and paper ready. I say paper, but I mean notebook, because you should be making notes every single class and writing these all points out. And you shouldn't eat or drink. You can have a sip of water, but no eating during the class. Okay, so let's begin. So we are going to fill these out, and I hope you're going to write all these out. So first of all, my very first question to you all is, when you write the page numbers, which page numbers do these refer to? Are they from the Holy Quran? Raise your hands. 7 of you know. Okay, I'm going to send a request.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Is there, Beta, can you pronounce your name for me? I don't want to pronounce it.
Hamail.
Hamail, how are you, Beta?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine as well. Jazakumullah for asking. Beta, do you know which, when we write the page numbers, what do we mean by, where are these from? From which book? Are they from the Holy Book?
It's from Tanween.
Excellent, you've been listening. Have you seen it, Beta?
Seen what?
The Tanween.
No, I haven't gotten the website or I can't find it on Google.
No, you won't find it on Google. Okay, what we'll do is we'll ask the teachers to send you the link, okay, to all of you, the link, so you can open it on your laptops, okay? Now, since you're already unmuted, Beta, would you like to read the quote for us?
Okay. The one who follows the Quran become the recipient.
Yeah, the one who receives, yeah.
Yeah, the one who recipient of the divine blessings and holds a unique bond with the gracious God.
Excellent, and it's from this book. Jazakumullah Hasan Jazak. Okay, very well done. Now then, let's ask someone else. So this is what we did last week, okay? So these fill in the blanks, you should already have these in your notebooks. If you were absent or you didn't get a chance, now you can go back to that page and start writing these out, okay? And so this is what we've been doing so far. And today, the 5th point is a new one for you all, okay? So you can go back to the page from last week and add number 5. But because we do a recap, we're going to quickly go through all these, okay? So this week and last week, we've been concentrating on the ways of pronouncing noon, sakin, or tanween, or the N sound, yeah? The N sound. And so far, we established the 2 ways, right? First one was izhar, and second is idgham. And now we established that there are 2 types. None of these are new for you. This one is, but this one you did at NL1 and when you were learning Quran Qaida, okay? But you didn't know the name then, but we've given you name of it, okay? The concept is not new. Okay, so 10 of you would like to take part. Let's send a request. Oh God, I won't be long. You don't want to take part?
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Is that Hanya?
Hanya, yeah.
Hanya from room 12. Excellent. Okay, but would you like to read the first point for me and see if you can fill that in?
Yeah. Number 1, the letter Noon, Sakin, and Tanween signs produce an N sound.
Yeah, sound. Yeah. So all we mean is this: if you were to read this, it ends with the sound an, the N sound. So that's what we mean by Noon, Sakin, and Tanween. Excellent. Okay, let's ask somebody else. So there's about 60 of you and only 11 of you. Jazakumullah, Beta. So let's ask this student.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. How are you, Beta?
Chike, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine as well. Jazakumullah for asking. Beta, would you like to read the second point and fill this in as well?
Okay. Number 2, this is pronounced clearly izhar when followed by any of the 6 letters of the throat, al-haruful halaki.
Excellent. So, Beta, can you tell me, if you look at this page, are these huruful halaki?
Yes.
Are they?
No.
No. Where are the huruf al-halaqi? These?
Yeah.
No. These are the huruf al-halaqi. You need to memorize them, okay? So these are huruf al-halaqi. And when they appear after nun sakin, but all we mean by that is that if after nun sakin or tanween, you see ayn, you're going to pronounce nun sakin clearly. Okay, jazakumullah for taking part. Let's ask someone else now.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, is that Bushra from room 5?
Yes.
How are you, beta?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine as well. Okay, beta, would you like to read the third point for me, please?
Okay. By contrast, this end sound merges into the next letter if followed by the 6 letters of idgham, assimilation.
Excellent. So we've introduced we have introduced you to idgham. Well, we've given you the name. Idgham means assimilation or merging. Okay, and this happens for the 6 letters. These 6 letters, and there are 2 types of idgham. Okay, so. Beta, would you like to read the 4th point as well for us?
There is no gunna with the 2 letters of idgham kamil, complete merging of end.
Excellent. Beta, which 2 letters we do idgham kamil when there is no end sound, no gunna? Pardon?
Ra and lam.
Excellent. These ones. Well done for spotting these. Yeah. So after nun sakin, let's say we've got nun sakin right here. And we've got either ra, mushaddad, or lam, mushaddad. Then idgham kamil will take place. Okay, so the sound of a nun sakin will completely merge into these letters. Okay, we won't hear the end sound. Jazakumullah, we've got 2 minutes, and jazakumullah Bushra. Now let's see how our Lajna students are doing. Lajna students, would you like to take part? You can raise your hands. Aapki awaaz nahi suni.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you, Mariam from room 10?
मैं ठीक हूँ.
आप ठीक हो. Excellent. Okay, बेटा, आप ये पढ़ सकती हैं?
ठीक है.
Okay, try करें बेटा.
But we do.
Gunna.
No.
Gunna बेटा.
Gunna.
Yes. With
the 4 letters of idgham
naqis. Naqis. Excellent. Okay, that's fine. You can leave that one. So for 4 letters, when they appear after nun sakin, these are the 4 letters. We do idgham naqis, which means that we partially merge. So we make the gunna means nasal sound for 2 counts. Okay, so that's what we've been doing. Excellent. I hope you written it all out in your notebook. Now it is 6 o'clock, so I'll hand you all over to our main course leader, Mrs. Orchard.
Assalamu alaikum, Jazakumullah, assistant course leader, and well, we're having a very good time today in all the cute. I'm just enjoying all the cute voices that I was hearing. So I'm just going to share my screen now, and we will get started with the Talimul-Qur'an. Now, today is a bit special. So rather than a teacher doing tilawat, we're going to have a student. Now, perhaps a couple of times a week, we will have a student doing tilawat. And what we want is we want a student who can do very, very, very good tilawat accurately, because we are all reciting behind the reciter. So I'd like to call Amatul Hadi.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, alhamdulillah. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to ask somebody to volunteer to read behind you. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Assalamualaikum.
Hi, Islam Akib. How are you, beta?
Good.
Good. Now, are you going to recite behind Baji?
Yes.
Okay, so you just have to follow what she says, okay? Okay, you may start.
Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Shabash.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Shabash.
إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح.
إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح.
ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا.
A. Good. Tanasa.
الناس
يدخلون
يدخلون
في دين الله
في دين الله
أفواجا.
أفواجا.
MashaAllah.
فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره.
فسبح بحمد ربك
بحمد ربك
بحمد ربك
واستغفر.
واستغفر.
Shabash.
إنه كان توابا.
إنه كان توابا.
Shabash. One more time, beta. Innahu
إنه
كان
كان
توابا.
توابا.
Shabash, mashallah. Very good. I know you weren't prepared at all, so that was very nicely done. And Jazakumullah Hadi. Excellent. So Hadi, you're going to come back later on as well?
G.
Okay, Jazakumullah Kib and Hadi. Okay. Jazakumullah. So what we're going to do is we will do this perhaps once or twice a week, but you've got to really know it well because everyone will be following behind you, okay? And slowly, don't worry too much about all of the rules, just read with the basic rules that we're learning so far, okay? And you've got to memorize these surahs by heart, okay? Now, another thing we've got to do is memorize names. Now we're getting to Nazirah level 2. We have to understand names. Names are important, and labels. Labels are important because it helps us to remember things and to define them. So when we say the word al-waqfu tam, tam means perfect. Sorry, complete, the complete stop, okay? So it's complete, al-waqfu tam, that's the verse ending stop. But then this week, we learned another one, and this is like, it gives you a hint. Well, actually, this one's like a direct command. It's called al-waqfu lazim, and we have a meme there, because there's a meme at the end of it. Lazim means compulsory. So when you see the meme, you have to stop. And we gave you some examples, and we will come back to that as well. So just remember that, the names, okay? Waqful lazim is compulsory. Another label is idgham. Now, this is a few times I put this on the screen. I put this on the screen last week and this week as well. Remember, idgham. Idgham means merging, joining, blending, assimilation. Any of these words that you see in English, if you see them in definitions, it means idgham in Arabic, okay? Now, this is not a new rule. We've actually done these rules in Nazirah level 1, but perhaps you weren't using the labels as much, okay? So now we're going to learn these labels, idgham, izhar. Next week, we're going to be doing iqlab, okay? So learn the ones that you have for this week so you can keep up. Now, yesterday, I did not give you on the screen the name of that rule. It's coming up now. Here it is now, the new rule that we did yesterday, okay? Because I want to make sure that you know the rule from last week first, okay? So the one from last week was when you get complete assimilation, okay? When the noon sakin, the n sound, when it's followed by a ra or a lam, okay? So we took them out of these letters, okay? Ra and a lam, you get complete assimilation without ghunna, no ghunna, without ghunna. It's called idgham-e kamil, okay? Idgham-e kamil, okay? Complete. Kamil means complete, complete merging, okay? We did that already. So yesterday's rule, let's go back to yesterday's rule now. And these are all of the letters of idgham, of merging. They all merge, but they do it in different ways. So the ra and the lam make it complete. It disappears completely, the end sound. But these ones, it doesn't disappear. It leaves a little bit of a leftover sound, which is a ghunna sound. It's all to do with this, the ya, the noon, the meme, and the wa. It's all to do with the way that these sounds are made in our mouth and how they relate to the end sound, okay? So what's going to happen is that when the n sound, noon sakin or tanween, is followed by a ya, noon, meme, or waw, and in this case it's going to be mushaddad letters, okay? It will create a ghunna sound, okay? So not only will you get a tashdid, a shadda, you won't hear the sharp n sound. Instead, it will be a nasal ghunna sound. Okay, it's similar, but not the same. Now, on page 115, I think I possibly gave this to you in your reading rooms yesterday, okay? But you can go into the Tanween and you can look at page 115 and it gives you examples, okay? So that will help you to identify them, okay? These were the examples here, actually. We had them in the reading room yesterday, okay? So here, there are two words, man and yaqulu. Now, we don't just say man yaqulu, we say man, we hold it, we man yaqulu, like this, okay? We have min and ni'matin. We don't just say with a shadda, min ni'matin, we say min ni'matin, okay? We have a nice ghunna. This is really going to help us with our tune, okay? This is all about creating long sounds at the correct places. This is like a humming sound, okay? So this is where you're going to get your ghunna sound. Now we know that noon and mim mushaddad are ghunna letters anyway. So that's this week. Now remember by contrast, last week we did this one, complete merging, idgham-e kamil, okay? Where we had the noon or the tanween going into a lam or a ra, right? Remember this one is about lam and ra, complete merging, okay? Complete, oops, sorry. And there's no ghunna without ghunna, okay? Whereas this week, we did that all last week, we have to go over it again. This week, it's going to remember there's a word, and I think the word is yan. See if you can say it before I do. Oops. That's a meme, by the way. Yanmu. Ya. Sorry. Ya. Noon. Yanmu. Meme. Let's put a dam on there. And wow. Yanmu. Let's put sukoon on there. Yanmu. That's a ya. Okay, look out for them in the words. Ya. Sorry. Noon. Okay. Meme. Look at them. Where can you see them? Where can you see them? The meme there, I can see a wow there. And wow. Wow. This is not going to be here when you read your Quran. You're going to have to remember ya, noon, meme, and wow. That's not very nice. So let's do that again. Okay. I'm writing this out so that you have time to look at this page. While I'm writing this out, look at the page, look at the words, relate it to see. So where's the noon? The noon would be here. Noon is following the sakin sound. Where is the ya? The ya is here and here. Where is the meme? The meme is here and here. Where is the wow? The wow is here and here. They're all mushaddad. The reason they're mushaddad actually is because they're following this n sound, because the n sound has gone into them. It's blended in, right? Idgham has happened, right? That's where but you've got to do the ghunna, okay? And the way to remember is yanmu. Sorry, it's very messy. Yanmu, yanmu, ya, noon, meme, wa, okay? And then this one was, that's how you remember it. It's an acronym. Remember, an acronym is a word made up of letters. It doesn't mean anything in itself. It's just to remember some letters. Okay, so let's very quickly have some people to read this. This is a repeat of what you had in your breakout rooms yesterday. So I want to hear idgham-e naqis, incomplete partial assimilation. We say partial or incomplete because you've got that ghunna sound, right? If it was complete, we wouldn't have a ghunna sound. I'm going to ask something. Put your hand up. It means you're volunteering to read. I'm going to ask someone. I've sent a message. Who was that?
Najia.
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 Okay, Najia. Can you say this phrase here?
Min malin.
Good. Min malin. Okay. So you have to hold that mim mushaddad. How about this one? We hold the waw a bit longer. Min walin. Excellent. Jazakumullah. Thank you for your help. Okay. Now we're going to go to, okay, so the point is that we do ghunna. Okay, we do ghunna. Khayran and yarahu becomes khayran yarahu. Okay. Adhabun and muqim. You say it first. Adhabun muqim. Okay. This one. Rahimun and wadud. You say it first. Rahimun wadud. Okay, you got that ghunna sound. Okay, whereas here, there's tashdid, a hardening, but there's no ghunna. Illam. We don't say illam, we just say illam. This is mir rabbihim. We don't say mir rabbihim. We don't hold it, do we? We just say mir rabbihim, and the noon sound disappears. How would you say this one? You say it first. Milladunna. Okay, the ghunna is here. That's not connected to the idgham at all. That's just something separate, but there's no ghunna. Okay, how about this one? Fasalamun and laka. How would you do this one? Fasalamul laka. Okay, so you just stress on that lam or the ra. Okay, we don't actually hold it, right? And this is a perfect example here of idgham in naqis, partial assimilation. Okay, so I want you just to recite now. First of all, let's do this now. First of all, you've got these words, these lovely words here. We're asking Allah to make the Quran for us the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy. Use this word imaman. Imam is leader. Nuran, nur is light. Hudan is guidance. We get that in Surah Baqarah. And Rahmah is mercy. Okay, so you've got all these things and they're connected with wa, the word and, right? Here in Arabic, and, okay? So that's a separate word. But when you connect them, because before that there is a tanween of fatha on all of these. See tanween of fatha here? Yeah, the N sound. Tanween of fatha on here, nuron. Tanween of fatha here, hudan. The N sound, okay? The N sound is followed by a waw. Wow. Remember we had the yanmu. The waw is in idgham naqis. It's one of those letters of assimilation. And so now we've got to do ghunna. Ghunna means how many counts? 2 counts. Okay, so you've got to hold this waw mushaddad for 2 counts. Not every waw mushaddad, by the way, only the ones that are preceded by the N sound. Okay, so we would say وَجَعَلْهُ لِي, hold this for 3, by the way. Okay, وَجَعَلْهُ لِي إِمَامًا وَنُورًا وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةً. You see how that can help your tune? Because you're holding it. It's quite good to actually make a bit of a tune so that you remember to hold it. So we don't want to just stick to like إِمَامًا وَنُورًا وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةً. There was tashdid, but we didn't hold the ghunna. Okay, when you hold the ghunna, then you can make it longer. So I'm going to ask a person to read this line out for me.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hi, Islam, is that Jazib?
Yeah.
Okay, Jazib, I want you to do, make sure your Madhi Saghira's got your count of 3 or 4 here. Then I want you, your ghunna sound for 2 counts on the waw mushaddad because it is idgham naqis, okay? So can you do that?
Ji. وَاجْعَلْهُ لِي إِمَامًا.
Sorry, that's alif madda there. Imaman wa, like this.
إِمَامًا وَنُورًا وَهُدًى ورحمة.
Beautiful, very jazakumullah. Excellent ghunna, excellent ghunna. Did you notice how he did that ghunna? And it really made a difference because it was an elongation for sure, definitely. Jazakumullah. Okay, so that's how I want you to learn the prayer. Okay, so let's just quickly go over the rule again. The first one was izhar, when the noon sound is read clearly, when it's followed by huruf halaqi, letters of the throat. Man amana adhabun alim. Okay, nice and clear. Next one we did idgham kamil, complete merging. It's the opposite now. The opposite is you don't read the N sound clearly, it goes straight into the next letter. Min rabbihim min ladunna. Okay, this is ra and lam. You see that? Ra and lam. And today is a kind of in-between sound, but it's still idgham. It's idgham, but there's a bit of a ghunna left. Okay, remember we want to do ghunna on the letters ya, noon, mim, and waw when they are preceded, when before them there comes an N sound. Okay. So, man yaqulu min ni'matin min malin min walin. Okay, ghunna, sustained nasal sound of 2. This is called idgham naqis. Write it down. Partial mode. Partial means not complete. With ghunna. Now, very quickly. Now, don't worry too much about this now. But I do want to point this out in case you come across it. There are certain words which have got noon sakin in them and they are followed by a ya or a waw, but they're not mushaddad, okay? And they don't do idgham. That's because they're within one word and they're just exceptions to the rule and they are here at the bottom, okay? You can see there's a noon sakin followed by a ya, but it's not a ya mushaddad, okay? It's just a regular ya and that's a waw, okay? Because there's no idgham. They're going to be read izhar. They're just exceptions to the rule. Luckily, there are not that many exceptions to the rules in Arabic, but in English, there are loads and loads and loads, okay? But not many here, okay? So the words are ad-dunya, not ad-dunya, there's no ghunna, okay? Ad-dun, nice and clear. Ad-dunya, this world, okay? Bunyanun, sinwanun, qinwanun, okay? Izhar. Okay, izhar. They'll be read izhar, even though they look like idgham naqis because of the ya and the waw. But remember, with the idgham naqis letters, they are all tanween. Sorry, they're all mushaddad, like this one here. Yeah, this is mushaddad, waw mushaddad, because there is a tanween before it. Okay, this is idgham naqis. Okay, and this one is mushaddad ya because there is a noon sakin before it. Okay. So these letters at the end are connected to these. What we can do, we can put these in the student handout and you'll get them in your breakout rooms, which you just can go over them if you want to. We've also got al-waqful lazim. Remember, they put it in the margin. They put it in the margin because it's so important. Al-waqf lazim. It's got that meme because of the meme there, compulsory stop, and it refers to this. Okay, you must stop here according to the meaning. Okay, there's your letters for idgham naqis with the ghunna. And these are the ones we did last week, ra and the lam. Okay, these are separate words, okay? We've just highlighted them so you can recognize them. And here you've got, I think you've got the exception here, ad-dunya there, okay? And then you've got the rules highlighted again. You can see how this one, idgham naqis, is probably more common than idgham kamil probably, right? Oops, I keep doing that. Okay,